Alright, we should be going live now, chat. What is up, bro? Chachos, and welcome back to another stream. Yo, it's been a little bit since we've streamed. Now, the reason for that is precisely in the title right here. I spent 10 days in California with Rumble Pack. So in case you're like wondering the whole context, I haven't posted any shorts, any videos, not that I post videos very often. No streams or anything the last 10 days. Because I and everybody else in the Rumble Pack, were in California so we went for VidCon, but we were gone for a little bit more. So let me go pull them up on YouTube to give y'all a bit more context, because like there's a solid chance you don't know who they are, because you probably know people from it, but you may not know what Rumble Pack means. So let me go pull it up. So this is the Rumble Pack. It's a little collab podcast channel with Bam, Bundan, C-Dot, Dano, Johnny Razor, Pear, Mogswap and Jokane sometimes appear, not as often, but mostly these six. And then this is Anna. That's the editor for the channel. She was also there. All right, but so that's what I was doing the last little week or so. Right, that was a ton of fun. Ooh. So Bada Booey. Now here's the fun part. We get to do a little story time where we get to go over that entire week. So this was a ton of fun. This was a great week. For context, I haven't gone on a vacation in years. I'm really glad I was invited on this. It was a ton of fun, and I think it's gonna be a fun story. There's a lot of funny stuff that happened. Bada booey indeed. But yeah, I'm also glad to stream. I wanted to stream while I was there. There wasn't like a TV or anything. Are you sure it wasn't hot? No. It was consistently 5 to 12 degrees cooler where I was there than it is where I am home. I live in freaking Texas. It was consistently cooler. I've heard California people complain about the heat. At like 12 o'clock at night, it is hotter here than it is like at 12 o'clock in the day in California. It is crazy. Texas is literally in the devil's ass crack. It is. Mankind was not supposed to live here. Oh my goodness. It's funny. Some of the people were complaining about the heat when we were there, but you know, just people were from like Canada or the UK or something. Like as a Texan, like I could wear long sleeves in that weather. It just depends on where you're from. But anyways, let's start from the very beginning. So the context is, so VidCon is an event that was happening in California, and so the Rumble Pack people are all like, okay, let's go meet up for VidCon. Wouldn't that be fun? You know, VidCon isn't even hot at the equator, by the way. You say that, but no, it's not. If I go pull up Ecuador, which is literally Spanish for equator, generally they're cooler than it is here in Texas. And the reason for that is there's more to the temperature than just the location. Climate is very important. Texas is frequently hotter than it is at the equator. But that's not important. That's a tangent. Anyways, so they were like, okay, let's all go to VidCon. And then everybody's like, okay. So everybody gets 1+1. So that means like each creator got to bring along like one companion over on the trip. So for the most parts, it would be like most people brought like their girlfriend. C-Dot brought his sister. And then Royal Pear doesn't have a sister, doesn't have a girlfriend. So he brought me. Hell yeah. So that's how I got in. That was a ton of fun. So essentially, we left around on the 17th, right? I was my first day off of work. Hell yeah. Okay, not technically my first day off of work, but it was my first. I've been working for like 3 months at this point. It was nice to have a little vacation, even though I haven't been working too long. And so I go over to Pear's house. I get all my luggage and everything. Super fun. And like, what's really funny, when I first show up like to his house, his mom's like, "Oh, it's been a while." She's like, "Okay." She's like, "So, do you know that Pear snores?" I'm like, I mean, maybe. Like, I've slept with him before, like in Boy Scouts and everything. We've been camping together. I'm like, that must not be a big deal, right? I mean, I blow it off. It's probably not that important, right? But like, I find it funny that his mom mentioned that. Like that was an interesting thing to mention, but not a big deal. He snores like crazy. Oh, we'll get to that. Oh my god, it's so funny. He used to do it. I don't know where that came from, but His mom was trying to warn you. Oh, it was like foreshadowing. It's like when a video game character is like, save. Here's the save point. You should probably use it, right? Anyways, so we go over to the airport. This is both of our first time like going to an airport like without parents or anything. Surprisingly easy. I'm actually glad that you can kind of just go on. It's fun. And so we get on the plane and we take our little, it's like 3.5 to 4 hour flight to California. And we arrive, we go from Houston to LAX, Los Angeles airport. I've never actually been to California before. So this is my first time going there. And airport's nice. Probably a little bit nicer than the airport we came from. We went from Hobby Airport in Houston. There's like 2 big airports in Houston. Hobby's like the one that's not as nice as George Bush, but George Bush is also bigger. So, you know, depends on like if you want to walk a mile or something in the airport. So we get there, and it's very nice. It's very beautiful. California's got a lot of like mountains in the distance. We don't have any of that here at home. In Texas, like you look in the distance, it goes on forever and ever. I can see the ends of the earth. Like the flat earth theory, they must have been living in Texas. Oh my goodness gracious. So we go there, and it's really fun. And on day 1, we just kind of like we Uber away over to the hotel, and we do stuff on day 1. Okay, I was like, what did we do on day 1? We Uber away to the hotel. We kind of chill. I think we play like Smash and stuff. We both brought our Switch 2s. We played like Pokemon and like on the way there. We played Smash in the hotel. Normal stuff. And then like around like I think 7 or 8, we go to Dano's house, which is fun. This is the first like little activity we did. So this is where I get to meet everybody, and this was a weird experience because like, quite frankly, all of these guys I've only talked to on Minecraft beforehand. Like, that is the only time I've met them. In Minecraft. And the PSMP or the CBSMP. So anyways, we go to Dano's house. Also, I have some little pictures I can show. Going to Dano's house is probably like a side quest. It's funny. It's like, because I know it. I've seen pictures of Dano's house from like, you know, his streams or anything. Let me go open up. We can get some little pictures going on right now for like some little context. Okay, so this is the picture I took in Los Angeles. Very beautiful, like I said. Beautiful city. I should mention that it was expensive as hell. We went walking the first day, and one of the first things, like, obviously we checked was the gas price. $5 a gallon! Whoa! I see why there's a lot of electric cars there. Why does everybody go to Dano's house? Because Dano lives there. Dano didn't have the hotel or anything. Dano lived there, so obviously we went to Dano's house. And then I also got some pictures of Dano's house. So Los Angeles is very beautiful. And then this is the Dano room. This is crazy. This is weird. This is so weird. I've seen this. If you watch like Dano's streams or anything, or like even some of his videos, you might have seen this room. Like, just like, what? It's weird seeing it in real life. It's like seeing a movie set in real life. It's strange, man. And then obviously when I took this picture, everybody was like, "Wait, Hack, you're at Dano's house. Where's Reggie?" And obviously, surely enough, we found Riggy. Hello, Riggy. Oh man. So we went to Dano's house, and that's where we met basically everyone, right? They had the entire Rumble Pack, I think, was there day 1, except except C-Dot. I think C-Dot and his sister and Anna weren't there, but we had a lot of the Rumble Pack and a lot of the extended people as well. When I say extended people, like Deegis was there. I know Deegis has a picture he posted in his community tab. Wait, was it not his community tab? I thought he did. Oh, he might have deleted it. Did he? Okay, he has a picture, but that wasn't the picture I thought I was looking for. Oh well. Anyways, so let me say, yeah, we had Cinemunch there, we had Deegis, and we had the Rumble Pack. So funnily enough, I knew what most people look like. I had never seen, like, obviously Deegis or Cinemunch there. I had never seen Bam, but obviously I know what Johnny looked like. I know what Dano looked like. I know what Bundun looked like. It was really funny. It was really funny to see everybody. Bam surprised me. I didn't. I mean, Bam looks like a twink, so like it's not surprising. But like I didn't think Bam would look like that. Like in my head, I expected something else. But like Bam looked like a twink. But what was crazier was Cinemunch didn't look like a twink. Cinemunch was huge. Cinemunch was swole. Like Cinemunch. He looks like he could eat his virtual avatar. Oh, crazy! That was a big shock. Like when I first saw Cinemunch and he was talking to me, I'm like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Until he started like I was mentioning Lobotomy Corporation to like Degis, because Degis was like he played Lobotomy Corporation on stream like a little while ago, and like Cinemunch was saying like, oh yeah, we were talking about that. I'm like, there's only one person I've talked to Lobotomy Corporation about on Discord. Like, what? That's Cinemunch? Cinemunch is jacked? Okay, it's a little bit of a spoiler to future, but I can get like this picture pulled up. I know D just got like a group picture. Not that. Not Riggy. Come on, work with me. Yeah, so if you see Cinemunch is the one on the left. Okay, I guess this is a good time to point out like everybody in this picture. So as this left, we have Cinemunch. This is C-Dot's sister. That's Bundun's girlfriend. That's Bundun. We have Bam. We have Anarchy, which is that's Bam's partner. We have C-Dot, Pear, Layla, Dano, Degis, me. It's funny they censored me. I don't really censor myself and my stuff. I think that's funny. And then obviously we have Johnny there. So that was like most of the big squad we had like going around, at least for the first few days. But yeah, it's very funny. Nobody expected Cinemunch to look like that. You and Pear showed your faces? Yeah, me and Pear show our faces. It's funny. Pear wanted to be censored in a lot of Pear wanted to be censored in their stuff, but like I don't know why they censored me. Like the funny thing is like I'm not Nara. You literally have videos with your webcam. Yeah, I do. My webcam's plugged in right now. I won't look good. I don't have good lighting, but like my webcam is literally plugged in right now. Beep boop. Like I could turn it on right now if it worked. It's plugged in. It's not working though. It's not really a big deal. I might get it on later to like show you some stuff, but yeah. Well, Pear doesn't show his face much. Pear literally showed his face in like his I think it's his most recent community post. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So we did a little party, and we basically like we ate food. We played some games. We played a board game called Secret Hitler, which is like it's like Among Us, but instead of one person being the imposter, they're Hitler. By the way, I was Hitler. Just so you guys know, I was Hitler. Hi guys. Hi. And basically the goal of Secret Hitler is that half the people are the liberals and half the people are the fascists. The fascists want to pass the authoritarian laws and get Hitler elected, and the liberals want to pass the libertarian laws or liberal laws. I don't know. I don't do politics. I don't do politics, and they also want to kill Hitler. It was a really fun game. Unironically, the funniest thing is that Hitler doesn't want people to know he's Hitler. So like Hitler, like your best strategy as Hitler is to be as liberal as possible. It was very funny, very funny. So like Hitler, like you'll be Hitler, you'll be like, oh my goodness gracious, I love women and minorities. Yup. And then you're like, fascist guys, lock in. I need them all locked up. I can't do it myself. The thing is though, Hitler doesn't know who the fascists are, but the fascists know who Hitler is. So like people will be like giving you winks and looking at you, and you're like, do they know me? Do they know me? I'm literally Hitler. Who do they think they are trying to associate with me? I'm Hitler. It was fun. It was a ton of fun. I won. Because Hitler always wins, right? Then we played some Jackbox games. We had some fun on that. I won one. I lost one. Normal Quiplash stuff. Normal Jackbox stuff. Ooh. Welcome, Robin. We had a ton of fun. It was great. It was good that we had like games and stuff, because like you probably can't tell if you watch my streams, but I'm extremely introverted, right? I'm not the best at like putting myself fully out there. So like games are like a good medium to get yourself through to others. It's good. It's good to make connections with other people. I thought that was a ton of fun, especially like because especially since like this little meeting, like for the most part, I knew the other people. They didn't know me as well. I think everybody knew of me unless they were like someone's girlfriend or something. But like, you know, it's good to meet that. Who's your least favorite Rumble Pack member? Yo, what's up, Degis? Least favorite. See, I don't really have a least favorite. It's like I do have a favorite. I think Bundun was my favorite because, like I was saying, like I'm an introvert and like Bundun was like basically the anti-me. Bundun's very extroverted and he was very much like he forced me like out of my comfort zone. Like there's points like this is spoiler to a little bit later. Like one of the times they're doing like one of the podcasts, Bundun literally gets up out of the like podcast and he's like, Hack, go take my seat. You're Bundun now. Very, very fun. Very fun. Oh man. I definitely Bundun was good. And Bundun's also Pear's favorite. So like, you know, it was just like it was a good combo. Like as you can imagine, I was with Pear a lot of the time because I mean I know Pear. That was fun. It was so fun. Oh man. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, since Dejas is here, I should probably mention. Oh my goodness gracious. I should probably mention if you haven't seen the Dejas short, you may not be aware, but like one of the big issues in like Los Angeles is like supposedly that they have a lot of homeless people. I didn't encounter them, but like Dejas encountered the remnants of one. Dejas had slides with no socks on and encountered human feces. Oh boy, Los Angeles. The only, okay, I don't want to say the only city in America with human poop on the street, but like, goodness gracious, rest in peace, Dejas. Rest in peace. That is, oh my goodness. Yeah, apparently this is a known problem in Los Angeles. Like, there's apparently just like a large community of people that poop on the streets, and look where you're going, I guess. Oh man, goodness gracious. Woo! That was a funny thing to hear about, like, immediately after getting off. Like, you just get, like, a text in the group chat. Like, it is... Oh, my goodness gracious. That is certainly a thing. Goodness. Okay. And so that was the day one. I can't... So, we played games. We chilled. I don't think we did anything, like, too crazy that first day. It was kind of, like, get to know everybody and, like, kind of learn, like... Where else am I gonna take a dookie? The thing is, most of the, like, restaurants and stuff you're opening, you can just go in and use the bathroom. They don't want to. Although if they're like, you know, maybe like a drug addict, they probably would get kicked out if they went inside a restaurant or something. But like, if you're a normal person, nothing's stopping you from going in. I don't know. I'm not homeless. I don't know the homeless meta. They probably have better strategies. But anyways, back to that. So like, I think that's the first day wrapped up. So that was, I think, the 17th. That was the first day. So the second day, we didn't actually go to VidCon immediately. We showed up like a day early so that we can go to Disneyland. Now, this was a ton of fun. Now, most people got there a little bit early. Got there like 8 or something. Me and Pear were like, nah, screw that. We're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna sleep in for a bit. It's a video. I almost said video game. It's a vacation. So we showed up probably around like 10-ish or something so we can sleep in a bit. And we went to Disneyland. Now, for those of you unaware, Disneyland's like not as good as Disney World. Disney World's just like a lot bigger. It's like a more condensed version. But we had a ton of fun. We kind of just went around. We went around as a group. We did the rides. There were some like weird jokes that came up. Like, so one of the really old rides they have there is like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and like a part of the ride you go to hell, and like people would not be quiet about that. It's funny. The ride itself isn't even like really good, but like the concept of the ride is so funny because like you don't know what's going on the entire time. You don't know what's going on the entire time. And it just ends with like a court case and going to hell, getting hit by a train. I don't know what happens. It's all like ancient like technology. It's like a bunch of pop-up like little things. It looks like it was made in the 50s or whatever, but like really funny. Like conceptually, what a stupid ride. Oh man, but that was a blast. Best ride. Mr. Toad. And then obviously we saw like the other like really good rides. We saw the Rise of the Resistance. I'm glad we got to see that. Pear didn't get to do that last time he was in Rise of the Resistance. So I'm glad we got to see that. That was fun. We saw like the new Mickey and Minnie ride, which is newer, I guess. I don't know how much newer. I don't exactly go to Disney very long. Ooh. How is Luigi World? We'll get to that. We're going in order. We're gonna go day by day. The only two you have to remember Space Mountain. Space Mountain was actually really good. I forgot how fast Space Mountain was, but that was a ton of fun. Like, dude, I feel like Space Mountain in Disneyland is a little different than World, but it's been a while. But like, it was definitely faster than I remember at World. But that could just be crazy. I am crazy, to be fair. Ooh. Should we go into the Florida Park in the fall? We'll get to that. I actually have a lot of pictures of Nintendo World. I have a few pictures of Disney. I can get those up and going. Yeah, so let's get that up. Picture time. Beep boop. Yeah, so this is Disney. So if you've been to Disney World, the castle's like massive. It's life-size. And Disneyland, the castle is shrimpy. It's kind of pathetic, unfortunately. I feel bad for the Californian people. Like, this is their castle. This is the castle at Disneyland. It's so sad. And then, oh yeah, I took pictures of baby ducks. I thought that was nice. It's funny. Out of all the things in the park, like, baby duck, I don't know. And then, this is from the Rise of the Resistance. One of the coolest rides they have at Disney. It's, like, basically halfway into the ride, you get up and you get out onto, like, a little Star Destroyer ship. Super fun. And what makes this ride so cool is that it's all practical effects. There's none of those little stupid like screens or anything. Like I get the screens can like show things that you couldn't see normally, but like, dude, this was all practical effects. This was such a cool ride. So obviously I had to get a picture of that. And then last but not least, I picked up a rat at Star Wars. This is like a little monkey lizard rat creature. I don't know. My mom wanted one. Last time we went to Disney, she saw it and she didn't get to buy one herself. And she was so sad that she didn't get it. So she was like, "You need to get me. You need to get me the rat." And so that was one of my quests. Oh my goodness gracious. Woo. Man. You've never been to the California Disney, but you've been to Florida Disney multiple times? Why is the castle so small? I think it's just California property is really expensive. They don't have a lot of space. The park is just much smaller. So I guess they couldn't spend a lot of space on the castle, which is really sad. Like it is. It's so funny. Disneyland is budget Disney World, but it was still a blast. Let's see. Yeah, Per, and Dano, we went and helped. We went with Per when he got to go do his lightsaber. We got to see him put the lightsaber together. That was a ton of fun. Even if like I didn't buy the lightsaber because it was like $230, expensive lightsaber, but ooh, that was really cool to see. Overall, that was a great day. Now we did walk a ton. We walked 28,000 steps. We walked over 10 miles because with the way the Fast Pass works, we kind of had to like walk back and forth through the entire like park. But that was a great day. That was probably one of the better days. I did get blisters on the bottom of my feet after that day, so could have probably taken it a little bit easier. But we only had one day there, so we kind of had to grind. Oh man, let's see. And then at the end of the day, we kind of just went to dinner. At the end of the day, we did a smaller group. So a lot of people went off and ran. They went back. But on the first day, we ended up meeting with Smokey Bee and Jelly Bean. I don't really watch either of their content, so I can't get like too much in that. But I saw them. I didn't really talk to them, but I met them. Did you meet Dacha? Met Dacha a little later. We'll get there. We'll get to there. We'll get to the Dacha. I don't think Dacha was at Disney, right? I don't think so. I don't think Dacha was at Disney. But with Disney done, finally we came to the little main event of the little the trip. We made it to VidCon. Let's get picture of VidCon for reference. Picture of VidCon. Goodbye, rat. Hello, VidCon. So VidCon, for those of you unaware, is like kind of like the main content creator convention for YouTube, right? It's hosted by YouTube itself. So, well, somewhat by YouTube. Technically, it's hosted by Comic-Con, but YouTube does a lot for it, right? Like there's a TikTok section as well, but it's mostly YouTubers. So basically, like I was with like all the little big creators, you know, Dano, Johnny, that. Deegis and Bundon actually both were invited creators, so they got over to like a little special section in the back with like Dream and stuff. Kind of funny. It's actually really funny because like Para is like twice the subs, like Bundun has. And he was like, why am I not featured? It was funny. They'll probably get featured maybe next year or something, but oh man, it's really funny that like the feature creators kind of like were just like random picks. No, not that it was that bad. Like we used Bundun to like sneak us into the creator little secret area in the back as well. Like I saw Dream in person, like green smile mask guy. I saw him with my eyes. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it depends on you, but I think it's neat. But yeah, so for the most part, VidCon was kind of fun. We went there, we stood in line to get like a little pass for a while. Took ages. Oh my goodness gracious. I think one of the issues is that VidCon is divided into 3 tiers. There's the community pass, there's the content creator pass, and then there's the industry pass among the invited guest pass. That's a whole separate thing. You can't buy that yourself. But when he's inarguably the biggest, what do you mean inarguably? Pear's like 2 million subs bigger than Dano. Pear's almost 5 million. Pear's crazy big. I don't know who has the most views though. I think Bundun has the most views actually. Bundun's things actually get crazy views. But what was it saying? I think they probably need to filter down the little content creator section as well. Dano's more famous. What determines fame? Views or subs? What is fame? I think Bundun has the most. Bundun stuff gets crazy views. Let's actually look at this. Royal Pair. Let's get our little screen going so we can see. Let's get this. Okay, so Royal Pair has 4.95 million subs, and he has what does it say? He has 2 billion views. That is crazy. You can't see it on the screen. 2 billion views. 2.3 billion views. Alright. Let's take a little look at Dano. So Dano does have like 1 million less subs, a little bit. It's about 1 million more. I mean 1 million less. And then for view count, 3 billion. So Dano actually, despite having less subs, 0.7 billion more views. And I know Bundun gets crazy views too. Bundun. Yeah, Bundun, despite being 2.3 million, I know his shorts do really well. Bundun has very high quality shorts. 2.7. Okay, so size-wise, Bundun has the highest ratio of view per sub count, but Dano does have the most views. So I guess it depends on what metric. Are you going to be using like a ratio? Are you going to be using raw daily? Or are you going to be using that? Dano does do daily. That's true. That is important to know. That is important to know. Dano posts daily. Bundun does every other day. And Pear posts 3 times a week. Right? So, it is important to know. Like, what do you consider? Do you consider the ratio? Do you consider the sheer number? Or do you consider sub count? This is a whole debate. Like, you can debate this among yourselves. Like, if you want to say raw numbers, Pear's the biggest sub count. And we do raw numbers, Dano's the biggest view count. And if we do like ratio wise, Bundun gets the most views for the amount of content he makes. So it just depends on what you know about. I think also Bundun makes the most money. I think. But anyways, and none of that matters. Ooh, let's get back to the story. That's a bit of a thingy. Ooh. But so Bundun and Aegis were the invited creators. I don't know what their little pattern for picking invited creators was, but I think it was good choices. Honestly, I think if it only went to like the people with the most subs, like people would probably feel like a little like dissuaded. Like there were some of the invited creators who had like less than 1 million, which like that could be anyone. That could be me one day. Maybe next year. Probably not. It would be cool, but probably not. You never know. But like. You know, it's probably for the best that, like, imagine if the invited creators were just like, Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, you know, like, you'd feel like, okay, this is far out of the realm of possibility. So on the first day we went around, and it wasn't too long, Dano and Johnny were, like, immediately recognized quite a bit, because Johnny's in every single one of his shorts, and then Dano is he shows himself decently enough, and Dano was also wearing like Riggy merch, like he was wearing like his Toon Turf shirt, so like he was pretty recognizable. And so obviously people would go up and they'd be like, oh my god, are you Johnny Razor? And you'd be like, yeah, that's me. and then they would usually take a picture or get a signature. Toon Turf's still not out yet. No, it's not. We harassed them about that. But sooner than later, maybe. Though hopefully. I don't know. But what was I saying? Right. And then usually once they notice like Johnny and Dano, they'd be like, is that Pear? They'd be like, yeah, I'm Pear. And then they got Pear's picture as well. And then sometimes what would be funny is when they didn't recognize someone else. Like they would be like, oh, so you know Pear, you know Dano, you know Johnny. Do you know Bam? And they'd be like, who's Bam? I feel so bad. It makes sense. Bam is significantly smaller. And just because they watch like a lot of the channels doesn't mean they watch like Rumble Pack or anything. But like sometimes they'd just be, or what was funniest is probably when they'd be like, who's Royal Pear? That'd be crazy. Oh my god, because Pear was like sub-wise like massive. Oh my goodness, it's very funny, very funny that like people wouldn't know just one guy in the group or something. But they got a ton of pictures and everything. Let's see. Did he say it will come out in like January? He did, and he's working on it. He was supposed to work on it last night. Like when we got there last night, we're all like, okay, we're gonna chill here. We're gonna prepare for his flight. And then Dano's like, okay, I'm gonna work on Toon Turf tonight. And then he comes down like 2 hours later after being in his room, and we're like, so do you work on Toon Turf? No. Toon Turf is never getting done. Toon Turf is never gonna get done. But let's see. And a little bit, and let's see. Dacha arrived. We met Dacha. I'd be like, yo, I'm hacked. Because I was like, I don't know if they know what I look like. So, and then when we're at the table, Dano was like, hey, here's the, so, okay, how should I put it? Dano had 2 clips of Toon Turf on his phone. Like basically if you asked to see the Toon Turf clips, Dano would show you like 10 seconds of one of the 2 clips. So like ideally like the community would like piece together the clips together. You know, kind of like a fun little project to see Toon Turf. But since Dacha is like the Toon Turf theorist, Dano figured it would be polite to show Dacha both clips, which is about 5 minutes of the first episode of Toon Turf. So, which is really funny is I was sitting next to Dacha when Dano was showing the 5 minutes of Toon Turf. So I've seen 5 minutes of Toon Turf, which is more than most people. Now, I couldn't hear anything. It was at a convention, but I saw the visuals. That was interesting. It's actually really well put together. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see it when I can actually hear the audio. Oh my goodness gracious! But it's actually crazy how like Dano was just kind of like, I want to do this, and he's doing it. You know, that's really cool. I can't wait to see how that goes out. Hopefully that comes out within the next decade. Especially since he wants that to be a long project. Keep in mind, this is just Toon Turf episode 1 everybody's waiting for. There's supposed to be a series, so that'll take a while. But let's see, we kind of went around. They had an artist alley. They had a bunch of art, you could buy like plushes or little figures or little prints that a lot of the artists were doing it. Let's see, like I know C-Dot bought there was this one little stand. It was just like a bunch of like plushes and stuff imported from Japan, and they were just selling them for like $30 or something. And C-Dot bought like 7 or so Kirby plushes, enough that C-Dot had to basically get a whole new bag to buy Kirby to bring his Kirby plushes home, which is really funny. How long is the first episode gonna be? I think like 20 to 30 minutes, probably. I would guess. Considering they already have 5 minutes. I don't know if he's like a quarter of the way through or halfway through, but he's working on it. He's working on it. I would hope sooner rather than later. Yeah, but C-Dot bought a lot of Kirby plushes. I went to the little stand that sold the Kirby plushes. I bought a Mimikyu plush. That was cool, the Pokemon. $30 for a small plush. It was kind of small, but I guess they're just reselling it from Japan, so I guess that's why it was 30 bucks. But that was nice. Let's see. And then we went to a show where it was like Circle Tunes, some other guy, Jellybean, and some other girl. And they're doing a little art contest, right? Now, to be fair, I couldn't see at all what they're drawing, because they're drawing like these little scribbly pencils on like these easels, and my eyesight was so bad I couldn't see the lines they're doing. So like a little bit into like a little Jellybean show, we figure, oh my god, the Costco guys are doing their show right now. So we leave the Jellybean show. Sorry, Jellybean, to go see the Costco guys, and that was great. That was great. Oh. Like, they're all like, we bring the boom! And then it's like, boom or doom! 5 big booms! Well, that was a ton of fun. Dano actually got on the stage and was able to dance with the Costco guys, because, like everybody in the group was like, Big Dano! Big Dano! And, like, obviously, like, the room's big, but, like, not big enough that, like, you can ignore enough people all doing that. It's like, Dano was able to get on stage. Let's see. I have pictures. Yeah, so these are the Costco guys. That's AJ and Big Justice. And then that's not the right picture. Oh, yeah. And I got this like really bad picture. This is Pear. I got me. I got I got a really blurry picture of him doing the little boom thing. That was funny. Real, you've never seen a Costco guys thing? They're all like, chocolate chunk cookie, the Costco hot dog, bring the boom. And then, like, right after the show was over, they managed to be able to get a short with the Costco guys. Let me go pull this one up. Yeah. It's this one. Hold on. Beep boop, beep boop. This was funny. This is really funny. Like, they recorded this and posted this just, like, at the show. Like, we were at the convention. They posted this on their phone. This was so funny. That's so great. That's so great. I was there in person, by the way. I was like right here. I don't think I'm this guy. I like to the left of Johnny, but like I was like in that doorway. I was right next to that. I could have came in and screwed them over. Oh my god. That was great. That was really cool to see in person. Oh man. That was fun. That was so fun to see. Ooh. We didn't really go to most of the shows, to be honest. I think the only shows we generally went to were the... I don't think the Costco guys even know about it. Oh no, they just kind of asked. They're like, can you get 5 big booms for the Rumble Pack? And they're like, what's Rumble Pack? And the Pear's like, we have 10 million subscribers. And he's like, good enough. It was really funny. If it works, it works though. But those are like the only shows we went to, which is really funny. Like, for the most part, we just kind of like wandered around, looked at the art. The first day was definitely the like most important. That's where we met a lot of the people. That's where we kind of do it. I think we left early a lot. Like on the second and third day, we kind of chilled. I kind of in the hotel, like I went back and like I kind of just played like Rune Factory on my Switch 2 for the most part. Pear got sick on like the second day, so he didn't spend like much time on the third day at all. But overall, I think VidCon was a success. Now, you may be wondering, Hacked, all these people wanted autographs and pictures of all these other creators. Did anyone want an autograph and a picture of you? And it's like, that's the question. That's the question. Well, the answer is complicated. So, did I end up giving a picture or autograph to anybody? No, unfortunately. But, apparently, when Bundun was by himself, somebody went up to Bundun and said, where's Royal Pear and Hacked? So, there was somebody there that wanted to meet me. Unfortunately, they didn't find me. So, whoever you are, little viewer, I'm so sorry. Maybe next year. I'm so sorry you didn't get to meet us. But, maybe another year. I'll probably be back next year. You awesome? I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I hope we'll have the opportunity to sometime in the future. We have like 30-something thousand subs. So, maybe later. Somebody recognized Anarchy, and Anarchy is like, 700 subs. So I thought that was crazy. I'm like, maybe one day. Someone asked about you. They asked Bundo when he was by himself, which is so sad, but it happens. Oh, I don't know how many people I really told I was going to VidCon. I think I mentioned like passively on stream though. So I don't know how they even assumed I was there, but I'm glad that somebody out there, and in the whole wide world of people, there's a hack fan out there. One of you guys. Kind of crazy though. They could be watching this very stream. They could be. They're probably not. There's like 13 people watching it, but they could be. Well, views probably happen to be mentioned. If you watch the stream, and that's you, hi. They probably don't, but it'd be so cool. Only one hack fan in the world. Yeah, you guys aren't hack fans. You're something else. Goblins. They must have guessed Rumble Hack would be there, and guess you would be with Pear. They were right though. They asked about Parrot Hacked. It's probably a Pear fan. Like generally, they don't even have to watch my content. If you are a true Pear fan, you should know who I am. Which is really funny. Like there'd be people who would go up to Pear and be like, "Oh my god, I love you, Pear." And then like I know there was one guy like he was like, "Yo, you like me?" He was like, "Do you know who hacked this?" And he was like, "Who?" I'm like, "Bruh, how can you say you're a Pear fan and you don't know who I am?" LMAO. Sorry, guy. Putting you on blast. Sorry. How can you be a Pear fan and you don't watch the long forms? Imagine asking for someone's signature and you don't watch the long forms. Come on. Oh well. I think next year will go better. Fake fan exposed. It's tough because it's like physical. See, the thing is, it's no skin off Pear's back, but like it's like physical damage to me. I'm like, it's like, you know, in Minecraft when like you fall off a cliff, it just like that like tick. It hurts. It hurts. Oh man. Oh well. Do you remember with the video where you said you were his best friend and got everything right in the quiz? That was me. Come on. Gotta watch the shorts. Gotta watch the videos. Oh, maybe next time. Yeah, we didn't do too much on the second or third day. The third day there was a Sambucha lookalike competition of all things. I think that was hosted by like Sambucha. Let's see. I got this picture. Hold on. Beep boop. Hold on. Give me a second. I got a picture of the YouTube Shorts little building. That was fun. That's me. Hello. I got a picture of Sambucha. Hello, Sambucha. It's funny. I didn't actually watch most of the creators that were like there. Like a lot of the people they had invited to be guests at VidCon are mostly like Minecraft YouTubers or like kids YouTubers or like fashion guys. There was none of the guys I watched. So no like Point Crow, no Ludwig, no Scott the Waz, none of those guys. But it'd be funny the Sambucha lookalike competition wasn't hosted by Sambucha. It was hosted by Sambucha. Ooh. It was cool. I got a picture of Sambucha. Funnily enough, the reason I took a picture of Sambucha was because my mom has sent Sambucha shorts like in the text feed before. And so next time she does that, I'm going to send the picture and be like, "Oh yeah, I met that guy." I think that'd be funny. Also, it's not too relevant, but I can mention that Anarchy, one of the little people in our group, won the lookalike competition. So that was neat. Good for them. Let's see. Pear wasn't there that much that third day, but we went back. I know on the third day, I think some of them went to like the beach after that. We didn't really want to go to the beach. It's like an hour or so drive, and that would be like $100 Uber there and back, and we'd get wet and sandy. So we figured not. Who won the competition? Anarchy. So yeah, it was very, very neat that I was all in our group instead of like some random stranger. Sorry, random strangers. Let's see. And what else? But yeah, for the most part, that was the VidCon trip. That was a ton of fun. And then after VidCon, it was time for us to go start the little next phase of our trip. So you kind of look like Robin from MK. Who's MK? Is that a YouTube channel? MK. This is a channel. It's a lot of like meme stuff though. Oh well. I can't look too much into that right now. But so we took basically the first day is we took a trip. We took like an hour 40-minute Uber. It was a far drive over to the Airbnb we're staying at. So we called it the Rumble Resort, right? If you watch the Rumble Pack, you'll hear Rumble Resort mentioned quite a bit. Anyways, so we went to the little Airbnb. It was very nice. They had a nice little pool area. The living area was kind of small, but they had like 4 bedrooms or something. So that was a mistake. We needed more bedrooms because we had like, I think at the most we had like 14 people there, like on the first day. Oh, goodness gracious. Like on day 1, I know they filmed a video of both Deegis and Dacha at the little at Rumble Resort. Oh, it was packed. Deegis also left his swim trunks there. Random people wore Deegis' swim trunks for the rest of the week. Oh, that was fun. I think we might have ended up leaving the swim trunks there. I don't know. Oh man, but we started at the Rumble Resort. And I think on that first day, it was just like, they filmed some podcasts. I don't think we did too much. I think we were like kind of tired from like everything so far. VidCon kind of took a lot out of us. And so we kind of just chilled. Because the first kind of the part of the week was like fully active. Now, Rumble Resort was like things kind of like chilled out. So that first day, I think we kind of chilled. What was that? That was Monday and Sunday, right? Yeah, they just kind of recorded some podcasts. Nothing big happened. Some little challenges and stuff. You'll probably see if you watch the Rumble Pack things. You'll get it. They also broadcasted a lot on the podcast, to be honest. Were you a guest? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's see. So that went on. I'm trying to think. Am I missing anything? Nothing super crazy. We got in and out way too many times on this trip. I do know that. We ended up getting in and out 4 total times on the trip. Dude, Californians do not mess around. They really like in and out, which is so weird because in and out is like mid. I mean, it's not like bad. It's not bad, but like it's not. Californians treat it like the second coming of like Jesus Christ when like it's all right. It's all right. The fries are pretty bad, to be honest. Oh my goodness gracious. But we ended up getting in and out 4 times on the trip because like everybody loved in and out so much. The people that were there. Yo, he's back? Yo, welcome. We are back. We are back. Oh man. So let's see. I know we got in and out that first day. The greatest thing since sliced bread. The greatest thing since something else. The animal style fries. That's one of the secret menu item things. I never ended up asking for that. The regular fries are pretty bad. I would say like McDonald's fries are a tier higher. In fact, McDonald's fries aren't even that bad, to be honest. So, In-N-Out, isn't In-N-Out expensive? No, it's not. In-N-Out's actually pretty cheap, honestly. Like it's decent. I think the burger's like $6.10, which isn't too bad compared to like the grand scheme of things. I think the ingredients and stuff are like fresh. Like I think on paper, In-N-Out was like a really good deal. I don't know if it was like, it just wasn't the god. It was just overhyped. Whataburger fries are king. Whataburger's really good. Whataburger just mostly exclusive to like this area rather than like the greater part of the world. Woo! So I know we got that the first day, and then so with Monday done, just kind of baffles me how many fast food joints there are in America. Why? It's American food. Of course we have fast food. So with that done, on Tuesday we went to Universal Studios. Now this is probably my favorite part of the trip. Because like the entire time like at Disneyland, it was just kind of like budget Disney World, right? But Universal Studios for the most part was pretty on par with the Florida park. There were a few rides that are like better than the Florida park, but what was probably the biggest thing is this was my first time visiting like Universal since they added the Mario Park, which was a ton of fun. So we went to Universal. The first thing we did is, we took a little tram ride into the little backlots. That was about an hour long ride. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see all the little things. I have some pictures that I can go get that. Yeah, I can start getting the little pictures of Universal pulled up. Beep boop. Yeah, so this is the picture outside of the parking garage at Universal. Absolutely beautiful, by the way. California is really, really beautiful place. I see why people want to live there. It's just expensive to sell. I just got several pictures. Like, very beautiful place. And this is like on the way to like Universal, like a little walk. They had a bunch of little like shops and stuff. Not a big deal. Okay, it's probably a little bit too far. But we made it into the park. The food at Nintendo World good. We'll explain. We'll explain. Stop asking questions. We'll explain. Ask questions after I describe it. Oh, ask questions later. We're almost there. We're almost there. Trust. Just trust. So, on the way, before we get to the park, they have a little Nintendo shop. I ended up buying some little knickknacks. I'll show you what those are later. I have pictures of those. That was a ton of fun. I ended up being able to get the Luigi and Gold Mario little wristbands. For those of you unaware, Nintendo World and the little Nintendo shops there, they sell these little wristbands that work as amiibos. Obviously, I had to buy the Luigi one because L is real, right? But apparently, the California park has one exclusive one, and it's the Gold Mario wristband. They only share that, sell that at the California park. Apparently, the Japan park, the exclusive one is Bowser, and at the Florida park, the exclusive one is Diddy and Donkey Kong, which is kind of unfair. Obviously, looks like Florida has the best deal because they have 2 exclusive bands, but since I was like, well, I'm not going to be back to California anytime soon, I picked up both Luigi and the Gold Mario one. And, well, I already have a Luigi amiibo, so like getting the Luigi one's not too big of a deal. I don't have a Gold Mario amiibo, so that's neat. I mean, for the most part, that's like a skin in Mario Odyssey and Mario Maker 1, but nice to have, you know? Ooh, Gold Mario indeed. Welcome, Bumble. But, ooh, the worst is inarguably the Gold Mario wristband. See, what's funny is the Gold Mario wristband is $2 more than all the other wristbands, which is really funny, but it just is what it is. Not as much sauce as DK or Bowser. Well, see, Gold Mario, for the most part, works as a regular Mario amiibo. There's only a few games that recognize Gold Mario differently. But DK and Bowser are like full-on, full-fledged amiibos. But it's California. It's California. They're not going to get the Donkey Kong world there, and I guess Japan wanted Bowser because Bowser's cool as hell. Honestly, I see why. Oh. So with little wristbands, the Gold Mario isn't even a Gold Mario amiibo. I'm pretty sure it is. Is it a Gold Mario amiibo, or is it Amiibo Wiki? Now you're making me question it. It's not a Gold Mario amiibo. I just bought a gold wristband for no reason. I just bought a gold Mario wristband for no reason. Hold on. Don't make me. Hold on. I'm checking. Can I get a good list? Oh no, I need to see. I'm on the Mario Wiki right now. This should have it, right? Do I need to go to the Nintendo Land page? Yeah, on Mario Wiki they don't actually have the wristbands. I don't see them. I don't see them said. Do I need to go pull up Nintendo Land? I might. Give me a second. That'd be funny, because... Yeah, so the Luigi one was $45, and the Gold Mario one was $47. So, let me pull up Super Nintendo Land. I gotta make sure. Now you're making a question. That was like half the reason why I was like, okay, this is a decent deal. It's a Gold Mario amiibo. I didn't have a Gold Mario amiibo, right? Do they not have that? Do they not have this on the Mario Wiki? Do they not? Hold on, let me show the screen because I'm trying to pull this up. Like, I'm trying to see. Like, I don't see the wristbands. They have like all the like amiibo support for like the series and stuff. Figure list. Donkey Kong Pauline, Hammer Slam Bowser. They have the cards. Power-up bands. Okay. Each power-up band represents Mario, Luigi, Prince Peach, Daisy, Toad, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong. Works the same as any of the amiibos that corresponds to the characters. A golden power-up band has also been created. It doesn't say it works weird. Huh. I will have to test. I'll have to test that. I'm gonna be honest. The wiki doesn't say specifically, yay or nay. I'll have to do a testy. I'm worried though. Gold power band does indeed work differently. I'll have to see. Ooh. I'll just have to pull up Mario Odyssey and do a file that doesn't have gold Mario outfit in and see if it gives it to. Say chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. Hopefully it works as Golden Mario. Maybe you could have controlled FT for Golden Mario. I don't think it says Golden Mario specifically on the wiki. Does it? It just says Golden Power Up Band. Yeah, Gold Mario wouldn't have. Now Golden would have, but Gold Mario wouldn't have pulled it up. Anyways, so we went there. I think we first went to like little Simpsons Land. I can go pull up that image I had. We went to Simpsons Land and we pulled up the fat freaking donut there. So this donut is like the size of like. It's like a foot across. It's pretty big. This is the kind of stuff Homer Simpson would be eating every freaking episode. We ended up cutting this donut into 4 pieces, and like 4 of us ate it. Me, Bundun, I think Bundun's girlfriend ate most of it, and then we gave a tiny slice to Bam. Oh, do you like your Switch 2? Yes, I've had a ton of fun of my Switch 2. It's been a good deal. So we had the fat freaking Simpson donut. Let's see. Yeah, this was Simpsons Land. We didn't actually ride the ride here. We actually spent a lot of time in like the Nintendo Land, so we didn't get to see everything at Universal. I know the Krusty Land ride isn't actually like the best ride they have there anyways, so like not a big deal. I think I've done it already, but that was fun. This was a little area on the way to the tram. I was just taking pictures because like this place was just beautiful. Very, very beautiful. The Florida Park is a lot flatter, so you don't have all this like little scenery. You don't have all that going on. It's a ton of fun just to be able to see all that. Let's see what the next picture is. Oh, I just thought this was beautiful. So I just took a picture. This isn't anything specifically. YouTube Shorts. Hello. Oh yeah, I saw the Mario picture, so I obviously had to sneak a picture of that. You know. If I see Mario, I have to sneak a picture. It's like, oh, that's the guy. Obviously, you know, as I do. This was just one of the little things in the tram. Like they had some sets from movies. Apparently, like they use this in like Spider-Man and some other sets. Like this is their old New York. Just kind of fun to see. This is a little. This is actually a real plane they have that they had crashed that they used for sets. That's cool. I thought it was interesting enough to take a picture of it at least. Oh, this is the bag. I got a Mario and Luigi bag. It's got Yoshi and Toad on the back. This is what I was using to carry all my Mario stuff because I had a bunch of loot that I was carrying with me. This is our little Luigi headband I had. I had a little Luigi that sat on my head all day. It's so funny. Like at the Disney park, they're all like, "Heck, why don't you get Mickey Mouse ears?" I'm like, I don't want Mickey Mouse ears. I need to save my money for Nintendo Land. And so when I got to Nintendo Land, boom. Luigi headband. Way better. Little Luigi that sat on my head. It's the little Luigi wristband I got. It's the Mario wristband. The gold one. And after the little tram thing, okay, I can turn this off. After the tram thing, we went to Harry Potter World. I didn't take any pictures of that, but that was really cool. Although I think Harry Potter World is a bit weird to be in because there's snow on the roof of all the buildings and it's not cold at all. Like it's like 80 something degrees. It's not like too bad. I'm from Texas. Like it's usually hotter here, but I think it was kind of funny. Like you see the snow on the roof. So it's like pretty hot out there. We went to the main Harry Potter ride, not the Hagrid ride. That was a really good ride. Mixture of practical effects and screens, but really fun experience. That was good. And then after that, we got butterbeer, which is one of the drinks they sell there. Amazing. I had butterbeer once back when I was in Universal in Florida, and I was like, I've yearned for that experience ever since. It was really good to get butterbeer again. And after that, we went to the little restaurant in the Harry Potter world, which quite frankly, wasn't that good. You know why? You know why it wasn't that good? Because in Harry Potter world, they serve British food. British food isn't very good. Why would you eat British food? So like Pear was like eating it, like he couldn't finish the meal because it was like, it's bad. Oh my god. Not beans on, it wasn't like beans on toast. It was like sausage and like sauerkraut or whatever the hell. You know, like not very delightful things. Sorry, British people. Your cuisine is coming from Americans who know how to eat. You don't. Oh man, what Hogwarts house are you, Hack? Unironically, probably like probably Hufflepuff. I don't know. The disappointment must have been immeasurable. A lot of people couldn't finish the food. I didn't personally order anything. That was like our little lunch. I was like, I'm good, honestly. It's kind of expensive and probably not worth my time. So I didn't actually spend my money there. And then after Harry Potter, we went to Nintendo Land. Wait, no, we didn't. We went to Jurassic Park first. Oh, that was a really good ride. So basically the ride, like, you keep on going up and up and up, and then there's huge drops. We got soaking wet on that ride, but it was a ton of fun. And like what's really fun is like there's little raptors like on the side of the little river, and they're like spraying water at you. Like we got freaking soaked in that ride. Absolutely super fun, super stupid. And the drop there was massive. That was probably the biggest drop we had the entire time in the entire park. And actually not just park, both parks combined. The biggest drop was freaking Jurassic Park. That was a ton of fun though. And then after Jurassic Park, we went to Nintendo Land. So for the most part, I've seen these rides before. I've been to the Florida Universal Studios before. So like I was having a ton of fun, but like it wasn't new. But this was new. Nintendo Land wasn't there last time I went to the Universal. So let's get a little picture going up. And we go, boom, Super Nintendo World. What's funny, you can see like Johnny and like C-Dot in front of me. Yeah, it was so crazy. Like you can just see like Nintendo World on the horizon. It was massive, gigantic. It was like looming on the distance. We knew it. Most of us really want to go to Nintendo World all day. So we ended up going to Nintendo World. We got a lot of pictures. I took a lot of pictures. Oh, there's little paintings in the front of Nintendo World that apparently is like the lore. So the lore of Nintendo World is that there's like this golden mushroom, and Bowser Jr. wants to steal it. And so if you have a wristband, you have your little side quest where you get the golden mushroom back from Nintendo World. But it's so funny looking back at it, because this is all like stock renders. Like, this is supposed to be lore. Why is Bowser Jr. in this stupid stock render? It's fun though. And the little paintings, they swap between like doing the lore images as well as having like Mario 64. Like this is like tiny huge island. That's really cool. It's funny. This is really cool to see in person. And then boom, when we actually got into Nintendo World, this was hype as hell. It's like it's like being in a Mario game. Oh, he's not kidding. This is real. I was there. True. Welcome, Dano. I know. It just kind of it's so funny that they're just like random stock little renders all over the little things. It's just like they spent obviously a lot of money, and then like any picture is just like, that's the Bowser render from Mario Kart. Oh man, it's just, it's kind of like puts you out of it, because like you're like, that's the render you usually see like when you're watching a YouTube video or something. Why is that like framed on the wall? But like the park was magical. I love the idea that like if you look to the left, you see like World 3, and if you look to the right, I don't know if I have a good picture early on, you can see World 2. I took a ton of pictures here because I loved Nintendo World. Oh wait. Pikmin. Right here, there's a little Pikmin on the little left side. There are little Pikmins in the park. I snagged a picture of the Pikmin. Oh man. Let's see. I took a bunch of pictures though. We'll talk to it. I specific picture of the Pikmin. Had to capture the Pikmin on camera. This little shop they had there. This is where I picked up a bunch of stuff. I picked up 3 little plushies here. I'll get to that later. I pictured them a little bit later in the little feed. I picked up 3 plushies here. I think that's it. But this is fun to look at. They had a bunch of Mario stuff. Although, I was saying this a little bit earlier. Very weird. They have a bunch of Mario stuff at this part. Like, they have, like, plushies of, like, Rosalina, Daisy, Goomba. But what was really weird is that there's not a single piece of merch or plush that had Wario or Waluigi on it. I don't know. I thought that was weird. Whether this means that they're going to be doing like a WarioWare park in the future, I don't know. But I find it very weird that despite all the Mario stuff, there was a very weird lack of Wario. I know. That was weird. Like, Rosalina wasn't like big in the park, but Rosalina had merch. And there's a little set of binoculars at the park where if you look up directly into the sky, it shows you Rosalina's observatory, right? But there's no Wario. Which is very, very strange, but very curious to see if they ever do that later on. I wonder if that, like, because Donkey Kong was specifically like missing from the park too, despite Donkey Kong being like one of the big characters. Now, Waluigi being missing isn't that weird. I think it's funny. Yeah, it's weird how Wario just isn't there, but it is what it is. And then finally for like dinner, we went to the Toadstool Cafe, which is like a little cafe there, which was super fun. And they had this basically, we had to like get reservations for here, but this was crazy to go in. Oh yeah, I was talking about, you can see like World 2 in the distance. Yeah, you can see the little sand dunes and the Pokey up there. It just, dude, it's like making a Mario world. It's making a Mario game. It's so cool. Now, I didn't take any pictures out of privacy of the bathroom, but when you go into the bathroom's actually based on like, what is it? World 4? What is the water world? It's the underwater theme, and you have like little fish and stuff on the wall. Now, I was really hoping the toilets would be piranha plants and you could pee in the piranha plants, but unfortunately, I guess that's too vulgar for children. I don't know. I guess the piranha plants don't have a piss fetish, but I was disappointed. But I love the little ocean theme in the freaking restrooms. It was just so fun to see all that. Let's see. Oh yeah, we finally, okay, so here we are. We went inside of it. We have like little Chef Toad. She's one of the little mascots inside of the restaurant. Hack, what the frick? You want to pee? Yes, it's nature. Nature calls. Man. Yeah, this little restaurant. You can see the little stuff in the background. They have little power-ups behind her. I'm almost like, does this mean you can order a Yoshi egg for like lunch? Like, is that moral? Is that okay? Is that right? Yeah, the turnip. I find it funny that the turnip was there. Like, if you look, most of these power-ups are like New Super Mario Bros. Era, right? Super Mario 3D World-ish. And then like the turnip is just there for some reason. Sure, why not? Why not? I guess. That's a good point, yeah. Is it moral to eat the Yoshi egg? Guess so. It's at the restaurant. Just the Goomba again. We looped back. Okay, and then, oh, dude, it just every single little thing had so much charm and personality. Like the little wet floor signs, they were banana peels. That's cool. They didn't need to do that, but they did. It's funny. They put more effort into the freaking wet floor signs than they did the pictures on the wall. And then I just more pictures of the restaurant. Very beautiful. Okay. And then finally we get to like what we ordered. So what I ended up ordering on the menu, like there was like the Mario burger, the Luigi burger. There was like the mushroom soup. I ordered Bowser's Fireball Challenge. And I'd be like, what do you mean Fireball Challenge? So this was a 1 pound meatball and spicy sauce. It wasn't that spicy, but it was like, you know, a little spicy. Like enough that like if you were from maybe New Hampshire, you would die. But I'm from Texas, so I was fine. Thankfully, since I skipped lunch, I didn't eat at the Harry Potter world. The Bowser meatball wasn't that much of a challenge, but I think it was kind of funny. I like the idea. Actually, a fun part of the challenge is that if you complete the challenge, you can take home the plate. if you pay $10 extra. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm never gonna use the plate again. So I was like, I'm not gonna spend $10 for a plate, but that was a neat part of the Bowser challenge, nonetheless. I love the little flag, and there's some little sauce you could dip the little Bowser biscuit in, and then obviously the Bowser's big meatballs. I love putting Bowser's big meaty balls in my mouth. I love Bowser's big meaty balls. Oh, delicious. I've heard mixed things on the food. It's pretty good. I think everybody had fun, and at the very least, they're very charming. And then let's see, after the park, we saw Mario. We didn't actually get in line to get with like Mario or Peach. Luigi wasn't at the park at all, unfortunately. But we saw Mario. Oh, and then after that, we went in line to do the Mario Kart ride. And the Mario Kart line is actually really fun, because like the first half of the line is actually Yoshi's Island. So while you're waiting to do Mario Kart, you're standing in Yoshi's Island. You have like little Yoshi running around the walls, and you got like your little Yoshi Island stuff going on. This was a ton of fun. Like, I did not expect a Yoshi's Island area in Mario World. Like, that's not necessary. Hello, Bundun. Oh, man. I took a ton of pictures. Like, so for the Mario Kart thing, we specifically, like, we did not want to do, like, the Fast Pass or any of that for this. Because standing in the line was, like, a part of the experience. Because it's just so detailed. It's so fun. And this is the picture from the balcony, so you can see the whole world. Like, we have Peach's Castle here, which I didn't have any pictures of beforehand. I think that's to make up for the lack of the Yoshi ride. It makes sense. I mean, we're probably not going to get a Yoshi ride, but I like that it was there. Oh, yeah, Bowser's stock image. It's so funny. Yep, I love the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stock render. Yep, that's fun. Oh, yeah, and then... So, the Mario Kart line, actually, it goes from the Yoshi Island area to Bowser's Castle. And Bowser's Castle was a ton of fun to explore. So this was a giant statue of Bowser. Actually, I say giant. One of the things we were discussing when we were in line is like, is this statue life-size? Is this how big Bowser actually is? I don't know. But the statue was massive, and it was super cool to see in person. Ooh, let's see. And then in line, we had like, Bowser has like all of his Mario Kart trophies all lined up. Which are the 8 Deluxe ones, obviously, but... That's really cool. Like, we have Shell, Banana, Mushroom Cup. We have all the little medallions for the courses. It's so fun how much, like, detail and cool stuff they have. And then we have the bit more advanced cups. They're a bit fancier. And then we have this weird one. The Universal Cup. Who invited Blood? Who does he think he is? Who is this guy? Universal Cup. Gah? This guy doesn't belong here. They even put the little thing. It's so funny. This is just the lore for Little Mario Kart Challenge. Hey Mario, I challenge you to a race. Come to my castle and don't chicken out. Good job, Bowser. He's trying his best. And then, like, we have more stock renders put together. It's so funny. It's all stock renders. They could have done at least a little bit of custom art, but whatever. I want to say they tried, but they didn't. More stock render Bowser. Dude, I don't know why. This looks like something you would see like in my house. Like I would have this framed over my balcony. Like, what is this doing at an actual Nintendo park? Like, are you really telling me they couldn't get a new picture of Bowser for this? They made an entire like 4-foot statue, but Bowser stock render. Bowser would, but like, it's just funny that it's there. And then we get to this room. Like, we have like the airship. Like, this is really cool. Propellers for flight, figurehead cannons, propeller for propulsion, model galaxy. So this is the Bowser's airship from Mario Galaxy. Like, really cool little scenes they have. It was just a ton of fun to see this stuff. Let's see. We have little bullet bill blaster little things. We have a furnace. I think they're like little fireballs or potobos in there, whatever you want to call them. Bowser's a telescope for some reason. Don't know what he's looking at. Where's Bowser's Inside Story? It's right here. I got a better picture of it. I took a better picture of Bowser's Inside Story. Inside Story. Chad, if Bowser is a picture of if Bowser's a book called Inside Story, that means it's Bowser's Inside Story because Bowser owns Inside Story. That's so funny. That's so funny. Nintendo freaking hates the Mario RPGs. But you're telling me there is a Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story reference before Wario at the park. That's funny. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's hilarious. Oop. Let's go to the next little thing. Here's a little diorama. Unfortunately, this diorama used to be sitting out, but apparently they had to lock it up in this cage because people kept touching it because people can't keep their hands to themselves. Very unfortunate. That's really cool. Unfortunately, because it's in the cage, you can't really get a good picture of it. This picture could have turned out better, but Bowser statue, some more schematics, red shell, just cool stuff. Like, they're just... It's so much cool to see how much effort they put into this. Like, I can't imagine how fun it was to put, like, all this together. Like, we got King Boo. Dude, we have Bowser's shopping list right here. Potting soil, plant food, bandages, burn cream. Need more cannonballs. Lunch with Iggy and Roy, 12 p.m. Tuesday. That's funny. That's just fun. Why couldn't they make it a glass cage? I guess Bowser doesn't use glass. Or probably people with smudged glass. We have Bomb-Bombs here. Project G. Ton of fun. Ton of really cool stuff. We have a map of, like, surrounding Bowser's Castle. We got the volcano, Bowser's Castle, Piranha Plant, bloopers. And then here's the little factory, little section. So this is where they were making Mecha Koopas and Bomb-Bombs. Woo! This is ton. This is really cool. This is cool to see. So they had the little bullet bills and Bomb-Bombs sitting here. Which makes me think, honestly, you don't really know about it when you're playing Mario. Bomb-Bombs and bullet bills are massive. These guys are massive. Like, bullet bills, they're not that fast. Like, if one of these, like, hit you, like, that's gonna hurt. And this guy, this is gigantic. This guy's way bigger than, like, a grenade or something. If a bomb blows up next to you, you're cooked. That's gonna hurt a lot. And then here we got, like, a little video. We can see, like, how bomb-bombs are made. And then finally, in, like, the little end section, this is kind of like a little tutorial on how to put on your little visor for the Mario Kart ride. I obviously, I see Mario Galaxy. I take a picture, naturally, as you would expect. Galaxy Air. It's just a little sponsors from Mario Kart 8. We got the Luigi outfit, the Peach outfit. It's funny, these are all little Mii costumes from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. Obviously, this was made before World, so a lot of Mario Kart 8 stuff in the park. I got the Luigi Mobile. Had to snap that. I had to get a picture of the Luigi Mobile. Can't let my dog down. Alright, that's enough for now. So after that, we went to the Mario Kart ride, which is... It's not perfect. So, the idea of the Mario Kart ride is you are, like, sitting in a little Mario Kart, and you put on a little head visor, which allows you to shoot, like, shells at, like, little characters in front of you, right? Like, it's all AR. So, like, you look to the left to shoot shells to the left, and look to the right to shoot shells to the right. And you have, like, Bowser and Koopalings, and your goal is to, like, nail them with shells so you can get coins. And if you get, like, 100 coins, that means you won the ride, right? Obviously, as a gamer, I ended up getting 100 coins. It was really cool, really visually. I think the AR could have been a little bit better. I know Nintendo didn't want to just make a standard ride. They wanted something that'd be, like, cool and be a game. So, I understand why it's the way it is, but, like, I think I probably could have my parents enjoy a more traditional ride better, but really cool ride. Really glad I rode it. And the little companion app for the Nintendo Park encourages you to ride the ride more often because you want to get, like, the high score and random stuff like that to get some stickers. Let's see. Then after that, so some of the people left off. They went to go do the the Transformers ride. But like me, Johnny, and C-Dot, since we bought the wristbands, with the wristband, there's actually a few more activities you can do. I didn't take pictures of these activities, but you can see them kind of in the other picture. So let me get them. Like, where's my big aerial picture? Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't really have any good pictures. Well, okay. This is close enough. So, over to, like, the left over here, there's, like, a little Goomba that, like, you can kill. You can't actually see him. It's not this Goomba in front of us. It's behind there. It's a little Goomba that you can kill. And when you kill him, you get a key coin. And to the right, there's like a little, like, to the right over here. Can it scroll? Oh wait, I have to zoom in to scroll. To the right, there's like a piranha plant that you gotta like turn off the timer so the piranha plant doesn't wake up, or else he like, you know, will be a threat to the Mushroom Kingdom. And when you do these little quests, you get like little key coins. And with all 3 key coins acquired, you can unlock the door to go fight Bowser Jr. And what's funny is, technically this ride is paywalled because somebody in your group needs to have, somebody in your group has to buy the wristband for $45. Not everybody in your group, just one person does. So it's funny that there's one ride that's paywalled, but we can finally get to that now. So, in little Bowser Jr. area, I took pictures of that. We get the cool Bowser Jr. statue. It's fun that there's like little paint on the wall behind them. It's interesting that the paintbrush is so big into like Bowser Jr.'s little aesthetic here. When like, you know, Bowser Jr. doesn't use it like in a lot of the modern games. I mean, he used it in Bowser's Fury, but he doesn't. It's not consistent. He doesn't consistently use the brush. He uses it probably like every other game. This isn't loading. Any moment now. Yeah, I thought this was funny because like I think this Bowser render and this stock the Bowser and Bowser Jr. render are like stock images. I think this unironically the Koopaling render is actually brand new, which is so funny. This is so funny. So you have like a new render of him painting because like I doubt there's a render of him painting beforehand. This is way too specific. But we just have like the same freaking Bowser render that they use elsewhere in the park. This is so funny. This is so stupid. I don't know why. I don't know why that's the case. And then I got a lot of pictures of the Bowser Jr. stuff. Just fun stuff to see. A lot of Bowser Jr.'s just little toys and shenanigan causing things. That's Peach's Castle. Okay, that's all. But the Bowser Jr. thing wasn't really a ride. It's more like a little game. But it was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun. Does Larry have some sort of tattoo? Did he? Was that a tattoo? No, I don't see a tattoo. He doesn't have one. Oh, you mean like little star right there on his head? I don't know. I don't know if he has that normally. I'd have to look back. Not a ride, but yeah, it's what gives you the value. You buy the band so you can do the Bowser Jr. stuff. It gives you access to new areas. And thankfully, since like the band is a filter to go there, like we got to basically like walk around and look at the stuff without like a line or anything. So like we got to like take our time. It was a ton of fun. It was a ton of fun to look at. And then let's see. Ooh, with that, I think our little time at Nintendo World wrapped up. I have a few more little pictures to go through. Like we got Peach's Castle up close and personal. I took a picture of the little Bomb Battlefield thing, which is fun to see. And then I was talking about like the little goobers I bought. I bought Bomb Blooper and Piranha Plant. Like I almost thought about like buying like, you know, Luigi, Mario, like Rosalina, like some traditional plushes. I'm like, no, I want goobers. I want my goobers. It's so cool. It's so cool. Oh, I love my little goobers. I have them actually right up here with me. They're actually not too bad of a deal. They're like $20 each, which isn't too bad for like a plush of like this quality. They're nice. And then if you see like all over to the right, little fire flower, that's a little drink I got. That's my little cup. That was fun. Just a bunch of fun little trinkets I collected. I spent probably nearly $200 on useless garbage at Nintendo Land. And I would have it no other way. And with that, our trip mostly wrapped up for Nintendo World. Let's see. I think after that, like we kind of went to like some shops. We rode the Mummy ride, which was fun. That was a good one. It had some like sort of like fake outs. But for the most part, that was our journey to Nintendo Land. I mean, Universal. Although, to be honest, I went there for Nintendo Land, so. But that was fun. That was a ton of fun, especially going with friends and everything. And then after that, we went back to the little Rumble Resort. Now, for the most part, Rumble Resort was pretty normal. Rate Nintendo Land out of 10. It wasn't perfect. The lines were awful. It was packed. The food was alright. I don't think the Mario Kart ride was the best ride at the park, but it was so fun to see. Like, if we're talking like charm wise, 10 out of 10. But as like a place in the park, it's probably like more like a 7 out of 10. But if you're a Nintendo fan, I think you should be able to go. Like the entire time they're like playing like Nintendo music the entire time. There's a bunch of little Easter eggs and secrets. I would definitely, if you have the app, the band, definitely try to look into the app. There's a bunch of little challenges for you to do. Like there's little Pixel Marios and Luigi's and Bowser and Peaches to find across the park. There's like a little telescope where you can see some Easter eggs. Like I said, you look straight up in the sky, you see Rosalina. A bunch of little secrets and stuff like to look around it if you have time. But as like objectively just looking at like a little bit, it's probably more like 7 out of 10. But like as a Nintendo thing, it is. I think it's just something that every Nintendo fan should do sometime in their life. It would just so cool, and the fact that it's only gonna be better. It would have if my parents didn't want to go elsewhere. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that like half our group wanted to go, half our group wanted to stay. So like, you know, the others went to go see the Transformers ride, and then like Johnny and Tila and I got to do this. So it worked out. It worked out. Woo! Let's see, but it was a good experience. I can't wait to see what they add to the Nintendo park later on, and the Florida one, because I don't know if the California one's going to be upgraded very much. They don't really have space to move it. But that was great. That was so fun. Let's see. But for the rest of it, we kind of went back and we did what we called Rumble Week. So basically, every day of the week, they're trying to like focus on like making content for Rumble Pack. It's mostly just, you know, recording their podcast, doing their little videos, just normal little stuff. There was a point when, like, I was saying, like, how Bundan was, like, an extrovert. Like, there's a point, one of the Rumble Pack episodes, Bundan, like, gets up. He goes to, like, me, and he's like, Hacked, I want you to go sit in my chair and pretend to be Bundan. I'm like, no, okay. And so I get up, I go. Unfortunately, when Bundan got up, Anna took his chair. I'm like, oh. I'm like, how do I get Anna out of there? But eventually I got into the chair. And I was like, I got to pretend to be Bundan for a little bit. So I'm in a Rumble Pack episode. And a little bit later, we also, I'm in another one where, I forget who came up with the idea for it. I think it was Bam, maybe? They came up for an idea for off-brand Rumble Pack. So like the Temu Rumble Pack called Crumble Pack. It was basically like the non-members. So it was me, Cryospace, Anarchy, Anna, and Darth Schlorpo. Which if you watch C-Dot's things, that just C-Dot with the little meta quest. That was... I want to say it was fun, but it was honestly awful. I don't want to watch that video. I'm going to get secondhand embarrassment from watching that. You guys can watch it. I won't. I'm going to get secondhand embarrassment if I live through that again. Yeah, Darth Schlorpo had to be there, obviously. Why wouldn't he? He's literally that guy. Oh, at least now everybody's been asking me, Hack, when are you be on an episode of Rumble Pack? I won't have to worry about... I can now point them towards something now instead of being like, well, no, I don't know. I can now point them towards something, so that's good. That checks something off my box. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, but for the most part, in between doing the videos, we just kind of like chilled. We had a bunch of snacks. We ate very, very, very unhealthily. We swam a lot. We watched a bit of Attack on Titan. We watched about 8 or so episodes of that, which was really good. I forgot how good Attack on Titan was. Honestly, it's a top tier anime. If you haven't seen it already, it's peak. And then, not just that, we also started Breaking Bad. I finished the first season of Breaking Bad while I was there. That was really good. I'm looking forward to finishing that too. Ooh, it's fun watching like Breaking Bad and Attack on Titan. I think are both considered like the peak of like television period. Like I think Attack on Titan's considered like the highest rated like anime series, and then Breaking Bad's the highest rated TV series of all time. Like we went from peak to peak. It just we peaked too hard. There's nowhere else to go. That's the height of entertainment. But I gotta finish Attack on Titan. I gotta finish Breaking Bad. The first season was pretty good, and I hear it gets a lot better. So I can't wait to see that. But I think overall, that is all I really have to share for the week. It's been really good though. So if anyone has any like questions, now would be the great time to ask. Some people were like trying to like question things that like I hadn't gotten to yet, but now is the time to ask those little dingling questions that you have left behind. So thoughts, questions, answers. Ooh. Did he make up with Mario? No, we didn't get in line to do the Mario Luigi. If Luigi was there, I would have stopped everything to get in line with Luigi, but alas, he wasn't. Very, very unfortunate. I really wish he was there. They had both Peach and Mario doing pictures and stuff, but no Luigi. I would have been like, Luigi, I love you. Do you love me back? Did they do all the key coin games? We didn't know. I only did the Piranha Plant and the Goomba one. I just got 2 coins from the Goomba one. You have to get 3 coins to unlock Bowser Jr. I just got 2 coins from the same one. Did you play Uno? We didn't play Uno at all. We bought Uno. We bought a copy of Uno. We didn't play it. The only board game we played was Secret Hitler. For the most part, the entire time we were playing like Smash Bros. Like whenever we were just chilling, Bundun would be like Smash, and then we'd play Smash. Bundun won only once though. Bundun wasn't the best at Smash. Bundun's a melee player. He's not an ultimate player, but I'm really glad Bundun still wanted to really play though. Bundun definitely improved a lot the last week. Who got the most wins? Probably me. I was pretty good. And in order to give other people an advantage, I went random basically every single game. Because I don't want to be too mean. Because I felt like if I went main every game, people would complain. So I did pretty well, and I went random every game, so. Sometimes I'd get cucked. Like, I got Snake and Inkling a lot for some reason. I got Inkling probably 4 times during the entire week from random, which sucked. But, woo! Oh, but that was a ton of fun. And then we played Mario Kart World a bit. We went back and forth. C-Dot definitely knows the skips. He's been practicing that. He like basically every 3 hours C-Dot was on the Switch. I was just kind of chilling. But we kind of went back and forth. Despite C-Dot getting the Switches, a lot of the skips and stuff. It's Mario Kart. Mario Karting will always exist. I probably won the most knockout tours. I got first in a lot of the knockout tours. Oh man. It was fun though. It was a good experience. I think overall it was really exciting. I can't wait. Oh wait, you know what I didn't touch on though? I kept on bringing up Pear snoring, but we didn't actually get to that. Okay, so like how I mentioned in the very, very beginning, Pear is really bad at snoring. Yeah, I lived with him in the hotel where it was just us, and that was every night. He just every night. It was horrendous. I was sleep deprived a lot of the week because of that. Like oh man, he snores all night long. It was bad. And the worst part is I was like, okay, somebody's probably gonna snore. So I brought like little earplugs in. They didn't work. He snores that loud. They don't reduce the sound at all. And then when we got to the actual Rumble Resort, we were in a room of 5 people, right? So it was Anna, Dano, Layla, me, and Pear. Pear was snoring in the room of 5 people. Dano and Layla literally left to go sleep on the main living room because Pear was snoring so bad. I feel bad. About 3 days in, eventually Pear was sentenced to go sleep on the couch instead, and I was able to move from the air mattress onto his bed. Thank you, Pear. Your sacrifice is worthy. But I think it's really funny. And now that he was like sleeping in the living room, like we would just hear him snoring while we're playing things. Like what's really funny is like Pear, like he falls asleep frame 1. Like we'll be watching a video, he falls asleep in the middle of watching the video. Like he'll sit down with like his phone in his hand, staring at the phone. The phone will still be on, and then you just hear him start snoring. You're like, how did you fall asleep? How does he sleep so fast in such uncomfortable positions? I don't know. Like, probably the funniest thing is that, like, one of the times when he's sleeping, like, Bundun gets his phone, he starts recording, he walks up to Pear, and he's like, he's my friend, Pear. Amazing. That was an amazing video. It was really funny. They wanted to post it as a short on Rumble Pack, but Pear didn't want them to because it's embarrassing. But that would have been so funny to post. That would have been 10 trillion views. First short to get more views than the population of the world. It was that was so funny. It just God, we kept on joking about that. That's lost media, by the way. You guys can't see it, but if it could be posted, that would be the best thing on that channel. But overall, really fun. Do you have that video? I don't. I might be able to ask Bondun for it, but it's not gonna be posted. Overall, though, super fun week. Glad I got to go, and hopefully I'll be able to go next year. I gotta make some money. All right. Well, that's our little story time for the day. Thank you guys all so much for coming over. As long as you did, I don't think I have anything else left to share with you guys. So until then, adios, bro, chachos. HackedCrusade signing out. And until we meet again, bada booey. Wait, actually, you know what? This is more of a small thing, but like on the final day, we went back to Dano's house. Like after the Airbnb ended, we spent like the last night at Dano's house, and like Riggy was there. The real Riggy, not the real plush, not the plush, but like Riggy. Hello, Riggy. I don't know. That's not a big deal. I just thought I'd say it. I'd bring that up. The creature. But until then, bada booey. HackedCrusade signing out. Outro time. Do I have an outro? Yes. Outro time. Bye now.